There are so many updates to the Codex ecosystem. But do you really understand this amazing tool? The best way to save tokens and get better results is to understand the commands of Codex CLI. In this series, I'll explain every command while giving you my 2 cents. Make sure you're using the latest version of Codex by executing this command. So let's dive into it. In order to create a new session in Codex, you need to open a terminal in the folder you want in the project you are working on, type Codex, and press enter. And this is Codex. Now if we want to see the commands, we have to write slash and you can see all the commands. I'm going to review the commands one by one, so we're going to start with the model. With this command we can pick our model. You can see all the models that are available right now for the time we're recording this video. We have GPT 5.5, 5.4, etc. My rule of thumb is to always use the latest model, so let's go with 5.5. Now we need to pick the reasoning level. Reasoning level controls how much extended thinking the model does prior to answering our prompt. You can see that each model has a range, and you can pick between low, medium, high, and extra high with GPT 5.5. The lower we go with the reasoning level, we'll get faster response because the model doesn't think too much, it just returns the patterns it saw on the training data. I recommend to use high or extra high reasoning level when you want to plan a complex feature or you are dealing with a tough bug. For regular tasks, I'll go with medium. Usually, I don't go with low reasoning. Our next command is fast. When you type a command, you can see a description of this command. In our example, toggle fast mode to enable fastest interface with increased plan usage. Let's see what it means. So this is the official OpenAI website for developers. Here we have explanation about fast mode. It gives you the ability to increase the speed without sacrificing the intelligence of the model. We have few options to run this command. We can turn fast mode on and off with these commands, and we can see the current status by using this. We're going to see it in the code in a second. It's important to mention that this option is available for GPT 5.5 and 5.4. For 5.5, you'll consume 2.5 more tokens from the standard rate, while in the 4.4 version, you will consume only the double tokens. I don't recommend use it. It will consume all your tokens, no matter if you're using subscription or API usage. Use it only when you have something urgent that you need to fix as soon as possible. So let's get back to Cloud Code. I want to see the status. It says that my fast mode is off. If I want to turn it on, I just need to type fast on. And as I recommended, I turned it off after that. By the way, I forgot to introduce myself. I help developers turn AI into real workflows, so sub and like, it really helps me provide more value for you. Next we have the permissions command. In Codex we have 3 permissions. We have the default one, which allows Codex to read and edit files in the current workspace. This is why it's super important to open Codex only where you want it to run. Any changes or access to the internet will ask for your approval. The next permission is auto review. It means you give Codex full access to your workspace and it will think for himself on what changes he wants to do. If you feel comfortable with Codex, you can turn it on for specific tasks. And the last option is full access. This allows Codex to edit files outside your workspace and access the internet without asking for your approval. Don't use it, it's very risky. We always want to have control over Codex work. The next command is experimental. This allows you to use experimental features. Currently we have 4 features that are available. Memories we're going to mention in the next section. I also want to mention this specific feature, prevent sleeping while running. You know that when you execute some tasks on Codex that takes time, your computer may shut off and it will stop the Codex execution. That's why they invented this feature, prevent sleeping while running. When you allow this feature, it will keep your computer awake while Codex is running in a thread. This is useful especially when you use high reasoning level tasks. Time to talk about the memories command. Memories are insights that Codex saves from execution to execution. Codex can learn your workflows. For example, if you run some test before you merge it to the main branch, it can also keep your personal preferences like naming style and review style. When you execute this command, the first option is to trigger this feature on. This will change what we saw in the experimental command. And we also have an option to generate memories. This means that behind the scenes, Codex will try to figure out some insights about your next sessions and create memories that can be useful for future executions. And there's also an option to reset all the memories. You're probably thinking, what's the difference between memories and Agents.MD file? Memories are all about the interaction you have with Codex. It saves some insights that will help you interact with it faster and will get all the benefits it can suggest. Memories are saved in the Codex folder in your home directory. There are more options to configure your Codex memories. For example, which model will consolidate the memories it creates. We'll continue to the skills command. You can see all the skills that are available for Codex right now. You can also enable and disable skills. If you're not familiar with skills, skills are extra instructions that are packed together to teach Codex to do a specific thing. On this project I have two skills. The first one is Stitch Loop. This teaches the agents to build website and apps using Stitch. And I also have a component skill that converts the designs it created into a React components. If you're not familiar with Stitch, Stitch is a Google application that helps you create UI for mobile apps and websites. There is a shortcut for this command. You can type the $, and now you can see all the skills that are available. Next, we have the review command. This allows you to review the changes you did and to find some issues. We're going to see an example in a second. When you click on this command, you have a few options. You can review against the base branch, for example, main in my repo. You can review uncommitted changes. You can review a specific commit. And of course, you can add your custom review instructions. For example, let's do something like this. Review, check the commits from last week, and search for security issues. And now it's searching for issues. If you have instructions that you want Codex to run in every review session, add it to your Agents.MD file. Here, have a section of instructions for review, and Codex will apply it every time. That's it for today. If you want me to continue with this series, drop a comment and give it a like so I'll know there's a demand in our community. Sub for more videos like this. We have great videos that are coming soon.